brief slide presentation. We'll give you the highlights of our infrastructure vision, which is very well summarized in Advaniji's inspiring statement. Our country deserves world-class infrastructure, both physical and social, which is commensurate in quality and quantity with our goal of making the 21st century India's century. India deserves world-class infrastructure to accelerate economic growth, remove unemployment, minimize rural-urban divide, broad-based prosperity both geographically and socially, and secure a better life for every citizen. Expanding and modernizing India's infrastructure on a war footing is our solemn commitment. That the BJP can think big and also implement big has been demonstrated by two of the Vajpayee government's dream projects, the National Highway Development Project and the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. We'll be more ambitious and result-oriented than any previous government that India has seen.
Do it afterwards.
The future NDA government is not going to benchmark itself against the parameters set by the UPA, which are dismal. We want to benchmark India against the advanced countries in the world, and especially if you look at the huge infrastructure gap that has developed between India and China. In 1980, both China and India were almost at the same level as far as infrastructure is concerned. But now, as you can see from this slide, as against India's 8,000 kilometers of 4-lane highways, China has 53,000 kilometers. Take the case of power. We added 7,000 megawatts in 2007. China added 1 lakh megawatts of power. In telecom and IT, we have just about 57-60 lakh broadband users. They have 8.5 crore broadband users, which is why, as you can see further on, our commitment of bringing broadband internet to every single village in India in the next 5 years. Vocational training, we have just about 5,000 ITIs. China has 5 lakh institutes of vocational training. Next. Friends, what you see on the screen is actually taken from a recent feature published in India Today. How UPA government has criminally neglected infrastructure. In some stretches of the National Highway Development Project, their performance is so bad, it is 5% of the target. In some stretches, it is 0.5% of the target. Next. So here are our major promises in the infrastructure vision. 100 projects of national importance and their time-bound implementation. In water, our ambitious project, which had already been put on the drawing board in Vajpayee's government, river linking project, along with a massive expansion of micro-irrigation systems to achieve the goal of more crop per drop. Water is going to be a big issue, and we have captured this in our infrastructure vision. Power, UPA would add just about 30,000 megawatts in the past 5 years. Our vision, add 1,20,000 megawatts of power in the next 5 years. Equally important, we are going to have 20% of this through non-conventional source of energy, renewable source of energy. We want to make India a leader in green technologies. Friends, tomorrow is Earth Day. So it's our solemn commitment that India will move in the direction of green energy, green technology, green development. roads. We'll complete the Golden Quadrilateral East-West North-South corridor, as well as the district highways, Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. So a complete network of top-class roads and highways. Railways, a dedicated freight corridor connecting the 4 metros. In the UPA government, they began talking about a freight corridor between Delhi and Mumbai. It has been taken off the ground. We have pledged to connect all 4 metros, dedicated freight corridors, metro rail system in 25 larger cities, and completion of 100 major rail projects. Port infrastructure, Vajpayee's government had initiated the Sagarmala project, which will be revived. Civil aviation, telecom. This is most important. I already mentioned to you our vision of bringing broadband internet connectivity to every village at rates less than today's cable TV prices. But moreover, Advaniji's project, which he had in fact initiated when he was the Home Minister, multi-purpose national identity card, which is the pivot of so many welfare and development programs of the government. This will be completed in less than 3 years. Then we have a large section on agri-infrastructure, rural infrastructure, where our major promise is to provide Kisans with 24/7 electricity supply. We have already achieved it in Gujarat through the Jyoti Gram Yojana. This will be expanded throughout the country. Next. We have not just listed 100 projects of national importance. We have described in this vision document how we are going to implement them. And we already have an inspiring example of the implementation of Delhi Metro under the leadership of Sridharan. So what we have said, that we will enable 100 Sridharans to come forward and take leadership positions in implementation of infrastructure projects. Next. Our vision document also devotes considerable space to how we are going to finance infrastructure development. Of course, we have made it a mission to bring back huge amounts of Indian wealth that has been hoarded in Swiss banks and other tax havens. But in addition to that, there are several other specific initiatives that have been described in our vision document, specifically using India's foreign exchange reserves. One thing we would like to say here, that when there is political will, there is way and there will be financial resources. Friends, an important section of the vision document that you will see is a complete revamp of the Jawaharlal Nehru Urban Renewal Mission. We have not only going beyond metros, we have a new mission named after Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel for district towns, Netaji Bose for tehsil towns, and a completely new dimension of modernizing, beautifying all our holy pilgrimage centers. Yeah. Next. Friends, since we are in Bangalore, we would like to reiterate here that a future NDA government will fully support the government of Karnataka in making Bangalore a world-class city. Next, and this is the last slide. We will fulfill the infrastructure dream of Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Vande Mataram. Thank you.